with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Supposed to mind the game. What happened to mind the game? Looks like you lost the game. See, Ty Lue is like night and day compared to JJ Redneck. Ty Lue makes the necessary adjustments and changes when he needs to with the Clippers. Yes, the Clippers haven't really done anything since 2021, the last time they actually got past the first round and even the conference semifinals and made it to the conference finals. First time in the franchise history. And we do gotta give some respect to Paul George. Paul George did help take them there after Kawhi went up with the knee injury. And I think it is Paul George's birthday today. So everybody say happy birthday to Paul George. Podcast P now. Celebrating his 35th birthday. But Ty Lue is like night and day. He really is when it comes to coaching. He realizes the weaknesses of Jokic. He noticed Jokic does not like physicality at all. He really doesn't. And they kind of put tall and small on him. Because I think it was at one point in the game, they had Chris Dunn out there. And Denver realized they're going to switch up on put Jokic on Chris Dunn or Chris Dunn on Jokic or something like that. In that sense. And Ty Lue said, yeah, take Chris Dunn out. Because I don't think he's the smallest person on the court for the Clippers. But he realizes this is his not. I got that mixed up. This is not his type of game. See, the good thing that coaches do back then, Popovich and others, I think it was probably like 10, 20. Yeah, it was about 20 years ago now. I'm sitting here watching the Spurs. And I asked my dad, why was such and such I think it might have been Glenn Robinson, because Glenn Robinson did have a stint on the Spurs. But I was also going to ask him why somebody else who was on the Spurs wasn't playing too. I forgot who it was. And my dad always says, sometimes certain players cannot be put in certain positions in certain game. Not even certain positions, not even against certain teams. And I think Ty Lue, because Chris Dunn never came back in that game. Ty Lue rode the team with, of course, Harden, Kawhi, Norman Powell, that's 3 right there. Zubac, of course, is 4. And Batum, I think Batum played 33 minutes. Batum, and then he subbed out either Derrick Jones, was it Derrick Jones Jr. or Bogdanovich, I think that's his name, was the other one. He switched out. Didn't put Chris Dunn back in there at all. Not one chance. Bench Simmons ain't even come back. I don't even think Bench Simmons even. When's the last time Bench Simmons has been shown in this series? But he didn't put him in. Because Ty Lue realizes the strengths and weaknesses of the Denver Nuggets, and his own team's strength and weaknesses. Sorry. Always trying to find the right matchup, the right defensive matchup to beat this Denver team. That is something that JJ Redneck does not do and did not do at all. He didn't do it at all. Not once did he do it. Nope, didn't do it. And he also realized he He probably already came out and said that certain people ain't gonna play. If he's a good coach, that everybody ain't gonna get a chance to play. That certain people are gonna have to fit certain roles. Some people may have to fit certain schemes. You may not play this game. You may play this game. I don't think JJ Redick even did that. And when he needed somebody to play like a Jackson Hayes, he didn't do it. That's the difference between Ty Lue. Ty Lue know how to take his substitutions, his players out for certain substitutions. He knew to take out Zubac and when to put in Zubac, when to put in Derrick Jones. When he needed some extra shooting, extra free throws towards the end of this game 6 game, he took out Zubac and put Derrick Jones in there. You know what he doing. So let's get into the game. Because that's called somewhat minding the game, JJ. Learning when to do certain things. Learning when to switch matchups up. Learning who not to put in there and who to put in there. We already know that definitely the two people that are going to be in that game for most of the game, no matter what, will be James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. And maybe Zubac, maybe Powell. But after that, it depends. But it seems like he's found well, at least for this game, might switch up for next game. He definitely found the recipe, the recipe to win this game. He only playing 7 players. That's typical. That's a typical playoff roster anyway. 7 players to use. But anyways, with the Los Angeles Clippers season on the brink, Tyronn Lue took the unusual step of checking in several players by phone on their day off. The coach said he took a lot of temperatures, making sure they were mentally ready to fight for their playoff lives. See? That's probably what he did. And he probably told certain people that you better be ready, and certain people, you better be ready, but you may not get in there, sort of thing. In Game 6, the Clippers answered the call. James Harden had 28 points and 8 assists, and an outstanding bounce back performance from his 12 points in Game 5. Kawhi Leonard added 27 points, and the Clippers forced a 7-game in the first round of the NBA playoffs with a 111-105 victory on the Denver Nuggets on Thursday night. Might be the only 7-game series of this first round. Might not be. Who knows? Norman Powell scored 24 points in the Clippers, who rebounded from back-to-back losses with an impressive effort at their new Intuit Dome. Los Angeles took control in the second half while playing tenacious defense on Nikola Jokic, who scored 20. It was 25 points in the first half. Yeah, they really swarmed Nikola Jokic at the end. And Zubac actually did a good job, but they also did pretty good team defense. Now, I don't know the exact roster of the Clippers by heart. I think Zubac's your only center on that team. I don't know how tall Zubac is, but everybody else is that. It's shorter, probably 6'9" and shorter on that team, but they knew how to swarm the defense. I think the Clippers are top 10 or at least top 5 in defensive efficiency for the season, unlike the Lakers, who were never even close to that. And Jaden never wanted them close to that for some reason. But anyways, I give you guys credit for staying with it, Lou said. They don't get deflated, and we did a good job. I told the guys after the game, it's about being a team, and whoever takes it to win. The guys totally understood. Jamal Murray scored 21 for the Nuggets, who lost a potential series clinching playoff game for the 4th time in 5 tries of the past 2 seasons since the 23 championship run. Denver also blew a 3-2 series lead over Minnesota in the second round last season. Nuggets haven't won a game since 2020 when they ousted the Clippers from the semifinals in that bubblicious bubble. Let's see here. Ivaka, Zubac, and Nicholas Batum team up for a surprising effective defensive effort on typical unguardable Jokic. The 3-time MVP was held scoreless for 11 minutes in the third quarter and went only 2 for 9 in the second half. Los Angeles led by 15 with less than 6 minutes to play, but Denver made an 11-2 run to trim the Clippers' lead to 107-101. Yeah, Clippers almost blew this lead. They led with 16 minutes left. And I'm sitting there watching this game. I'm like, they really gonna blow this lead like that? But deep down, I kind of knew that I don't think Kawhi Leonard is gonna let that happen. But they almost blew a 15. Well, they blew a 15-minute lead with less than 6 minutes left to play. Norman Powell, Norman Powell. I think Paul George getting the hell off this team was the best thing for Norman Powell because he was hitting timely threes. Norman Powell's clutch bucket was Los Angeles' only field goal in the final 5:57, but the Clippers hung on with defense. They gonna probably get on Westbrook for this. He missed a layup under pressure. Russell Westbrook had another layup blocked on a consecutive possession in the final minutes, and Zubac blocked the layup by Jokic with 24 seconds left. Yeah, they're gonna try to find some way to blame Westbrook for this loss, but Jokic got locked up in that second half. And it's always good to win the third quarter. And for some reason, my ass watched the first quarter of this game, then fell asleep the second quarter of this game, and then woke up to see the Clippers go on their little 8-0 run to start the third. And the third quarter is probably the Clippers' best quarter. Sorry, I'm thirsty. It was their best quarter because, they was knocking down threes, getting to the basket, and everything. Yeah, the Nuggets were still trying to keep up the lead, but they were just swarming Jokic. Took the ball out of Jokic's hands in the second half and put it in the hands of Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon. If it wasn't for Braun knocking down corner shots, it probably would have been a blowout. Tell you the truth. Because they was really swarming Jokic. It was not letting Jokic get anything at all. But anyways, Clippers starve off elimination only until Saturday. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the Clippers go to their normal state of choking, or will they go to the next round to play OKC? We'll see. The NBA already has their money pit now, I guess, for the Knicks getting to the second round. But do they need a LA team in the playoffs to continue to make me money? Who knows? Time will tell.